What's up everybody, this is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue. And what I'm going to be doing today is going to be some slow cooked corned beef for sandwiches. So what we're going to be doing is slow cooking this and then slicing it up and making some sandwiches out of it. Anyway, I was inspired to do this recipe by another cooking channel called Christy's Cooking Channel. And she had a corned beef recipe on her page that kind of inspired me. I'm not doing anything like hers, but she's the one that made me think about making some corned beef instead of smoking this and turning it into pastrami. So anyway, if you haven't seen her channel, I'm going to put a link to it in the iCard above, in the description below. Run by her channel and take a look. She's putting out some good stuff over there. Anyway, what do we need? Well, I have a corned beef flat. A flat or a point would work just as well. I have 3 bay leaves. I'm going to be hitting it with, and I'm going to be eyeballing all of this. I'm going to be hitting it with a little coriander, some mustard seed, some whole black peppercorns, garlic. Normally I would use whole garlic, but I need to get rid of some of this granulated garlic, so we're going with that. I'm going to be using the package that comes with the corned beef and some Mickey's beer. I figured, you know, Mickey's, I think that's Irish, corned beef Irish, let's go that route. Anyway, first thing we're going to do is just go ahead and get this into our slow cooker. Now my slow cooker may be a little bit different than what the typical slow cooker is like, because I can actually dial in a temperature on this one, but it works about the same way. So we're going to go ahead and throw that in. Bring this over. I'm going to throw in my bay leaves. Although I am eyeballing it, I will put about how much I use in the description below, so run by there if you have any questions. Our coriander, I think that's about 3/4 of a tablespoon. Mustard seeds, let's call that a tablespoon and a half. We have the one package that came with the corned beef. Our peppercorns, let's call that 2.5 tablespoons of that. Garlic, if I was using fresh garlic, I would probably go with about 2 cloves. This granulated garlic, I'm going to go with about 1.5 tablespoons. So we got all this in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cover this with the beer, whatever beer you want, and we're going to want it covered by about 1 inch. Oh, I hate seeing that beer go down there. Alright, so we have that covered about 1 inch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this, if you have a normal crock pot, put it on high. I'm going to put it on high for about 3.5 hours, maybe 4. Then I'm going to turn it down on low. Anyway, looks like I have a little bit more to go. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in, let it go for about 3.5 hours, maybe 4, and we'll check back in and look at it at that point. We are 3 hours in on this cook, and looking at my temperature probe, it looks like we are at 196 degrees. It still seems a little bit firm. So like I said, we're going to go ahead, turn this down a little bit, and I'll check it again in about another 3 hours. Looks like we are at about 198 degrees right now. I think I'm good with that. We're going to go ahead and pull this out. I did go ahead and add some corn in there just because I had some laying around. I'm going to let this sit and rest for about 30 minutes before we cut it. About 30 minutes has gone by. I've already started cutting some of it up. Let's go ahead and finish it up. Alright, I'm going to go grab some bread and do a taste test on this. Alright, so it's a wrap. Let's see how this turned out. Now I'm just having this. I would have liked to have some rye bread. I thought I had rye bread in the refrigerator, but my hippie daughter has some stone ground, something or another in there, so that's what I'm using. And I also have some caramelized onions and some mustard on here. Okay, what do I think about it? You know, it's not bad. I think I would have been better with pastrami. I think I would have been better if I just smoked it, but this is good. I also, most of the time, will steam my corned beef as opposed to cooking in the crock pot. And that tends to have a better flavor for like sandwiches and stuff like that, because I think it retains a little bit more of that fat. I think cooking it in the crock pot might take out a little bit more of the fat than is normal. I mean, that's a good way to cook. Now, I would personally steam it, and I'll put a video to me steaming one of those in the iCard above in the description below, as well as a homemade pastrami recipe in the iCard above in the description below. But listen, if you're going to be at work or something all day long, you want to come home to something, there's nothing wrong with this. I mean, we're just splitting hairs on, you know, how good or bad something is. I mean, it's not like a huge difference. Anyway, I'm going to quit running my mouth. Run by Christy's cooking channel. Take a look at her recipe. She's knocking it out the park over there. Link to her channel again, iCard above, description below. Thanks for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. I appreciate it. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.